A man knows with good evidence that a beautiful girl he associates with is a liar and cannot keep a secret and should not be trusted. But when he meets her, his mind loses faith in this piece of knowledge, and he starts to think, maybe she's different this time, and once again plays the fool and tells her something he should not have told. Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. Now I will quote the Screwtape Letter, in which the character is a demon writing letters to his nephew. So he portrays God as the enemy. This is for better understanding of the passage. Lewis says, "The ideal, my dear Wormwood, is that they never realize the importance of words. Words can turn into actions, and actions can strengthen habits. Keep him talking too much, but thinking too little. Make his words just noise without substance, distracting him from reality, and above all, from the silence where he might hear the voice of the enemy, God." Well, have you ever shared a dream with someone and soon felt it fell apart? Have you ever revealed your plans and then seen obstacles arise from all sides? Today I want to discuss a theme that often goes unnoticed in our spiritual journey, but is essential for achieving victory in our God-given purpose. Therefore, I recommend, keep your mouth shut. Do not let the enemy know what you are plotting. I will also make a powerful prayer with you in Jesus' name. So stay with us and open your heart to receive the blessings of this prayer. You might be wondering why I would say this. Shouldn't we declare our desires out loud? While the power of the spoken word is enormous, there is a time and place for everything. The point is this: sometimes it is crucial to remain silent to protect your dreams, plans, and spiritual well-being. It is not about being mysterious, but being prudent. In our daily devotional community dedicated to Jesus, we strive to go beyond simple encouragement. Our desire is to help you become wise and empowered to live a victorious life. The Bible instructs us to walk as wise, not as foolish. Ephesians 5:15 advises us, "Therefore be careful how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise." The scriptures are full of examples where silence resulted in victory. Think of the story of Rahab, who hid the spies in the walls of Jericho, or Esther, who wisely chose the exact moment to reveal her identity and save her people. There is a valuable lesson here, friends. Do not let the devil know what you are doing, for he is not omniscient. In other words, do not always share your plans, for in doing so, you may be revealing your intentions to the enemy. Remember, he does not know everything. Only God is omniscient. Now, let's explore 6 crucial points to understand when it is essential to keep your mouth shut. First, understand the enemy's limitations. We must remember that Satan is not God. In Job 1:7, the Bible tells us, "And the Lord said to Satan, 'Where have you come from?' Satan answered the Lord and said, 'From roaming through the earth and going back and forth on it.'" See, the enemy has to wander the earth. He cannot be everywhere at once. He is not omnipresent like God. And this is reinforced in 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Now think of a chess game. If you told your opponent every move you plan to make, you would lose, right? It's almost like handing them the blueprint for your defeat. It's the same in our spiritual life. Sharing all our thoughts and plans puts us at a disadvantage because Satan, though limited, will use all the information he can gather. He is limited in what he can do, but is cunning. He is not omniscient, but he listens well. So every detail you reveal is like a chess piece you've handed to your enemy. We often underestimate the enemy because he is not as powerful as God, forgetting that he still possesses some degree of power. The devil is a created being. He is far from having God's omniscience, omnipresence, or omnipotence. To ensure we are all on the same page, let's understand these terms. God's omniscience means he knows everything. Omnipresence means he is everywhere at once, and omnipotence means he is all-powerful, capable of doing anything according to his nature. Therefore, the devil's abilities are extremely limited compared to God's unlimited power, knowledge, and presence. However, he is not powerless. Do not fall into his hands and his schemes. He will use any information he gets to try to thwart your plans. The less you give him, the less he can act against you. He may not be all-powerful, but he can still set traps. Think of him as a strategist in a war, always listening to gather useful information. If you were in a war, you wouldn't want the enemy to know your battle plan, right? So why let Satan know your plans, dreams, and aspirations? He is not as powerful as God, but he can still create obstacles, distractions, and diversions. If Satan knows your every move, he will use it to thwart your plans. Just like in a chess game, if you expose your strategy, he will find ways to counter it. If you play your games like this, you will lose. Imagine yourself in a boxing ring against an opponent, and you telegraph every punch you are going to throw. What are the chances of landing those punches? Few or none. This is exactly what happens when you allow the enemy to know your life plans. As I often say, sometimes we talk too much. When it comes to the enemy, keeping discreet is your advantage. The enemy doesn't need to know your next move or what God told you in your private time. Guard your tongue so as not to give him any ammunition. By understanding the enemy's limitations, we can better protect ourselves against his tactics. It is a strategic advantage. We have a God who knows everything, sees everything, and can do everything. The devil does not. This is a game changer, and knowing this gives us a significant advantage. My friends, this is not just a key point in this message. It is a life strategy. Knowing that the devil has limitations should not make us complacent. It should make us vigilant. Knowing that he cannot be in more than one place at once should make us strategic about what we say and to whom.